Good morning, gang. How are we all? It's been a little while. I obviously did the spawning a week ago, actually. A week ago today, I think I put the spawning video out. So, excuse me, a little bit of an update. It was the same pairing as I'd used last year with the Kujaku, and we had quite a low fertility rate, but I did mess around. There were a few things I did. I moved some brushes into the garage, into a pond in there. Nothing hatched in there. I left 2 or 3 brushes in here and got about 150 fry maybe at best. They went on to survive quite well. I gave most of them away, to be honest with you. I think I've got a couple left in there. It was just a bit of a play spawn to see what would happen, but they actually did produce some quite nice fish in low numbers, which is ideal for me in the setup I've got. So I was having a look around, and again it seemed like we got very low hatch rate, to the point where I was thinking of just flushing the system out and going with the next pairing. So I took the brushes out on Friday, and that's when I thought, God, now I can see maybe half a dozen fry. They're quite translucent, and I've got quite a lot of algae growing around the side. Which I wanted to do is introduce the green water. So I keep looking in the pond. Sorry, I should look at the camera more, shouldn't I? Anyway, so I started to see a few more, and once you get your eye in, you see a few more as well. So the brush has been out for maybe a couple of minutes, so I thought, you know, I'm going to throw them back in again, just in case we've got a late hatch going on, and there's a few still clinging. I did give them a good shake as I took them out, so I threw them back in, and sure enough, we've got a few more hovering around. Now, whether they were in there or not at the beginning, I don't know. Again, they're very difficult to see. So they're in there now. There's a few swimming around. Still not masses by any means. I mean, I remember the Sorghoi cross mirror carp spawning I did, and it was literally swarms of them. It was like watching a starling murmuration. It was ridiculous. So this is good. It's good because it looks like I've probably got a manageable amount of fry in there. I'd love to put some videos of them, but they're so small. The reflection on the pond is so much that you just can't see them on video. I've tried a couple of times when I can see them with the naked eye, but there's no way the camera's picking them up. My old iPhone is just not good enough in terms of the camera on it. So I'll spin you around. We'll have a look at the setup. You can see what I'm trying to do. A couple of things different with this year to try and give me a better chance of getting them on. And I thought I'd give my chin a little bit of a breathe. It's been a long time since it's seen the light of day, so it takes minutes off me, doesn't it? So I'll spin you around now. Okay, so you're probably familiar with the setup. The pressure filter's been golden for this to get it up where it needs to be. That just needs another clean out. Now I'll strip that down and give it another clean out. Again, I said about these, you change the brushes in them, get them sorted out, change the sponges in them, give them a clean out, and then, you know, once a month, or I'd say once a month really, dead easy, just take them apart, just give it a clean out, and get rid of all the stuff that gets stuck between the brushes. The auto clean does an okay job, and you're doing that on a few days a week, but strip it down and give it a good sort out, and they do work on a small system setup like this. They do work better with goldfish, not with koi really, but if you've got a spawning setup or a small pond setup, don't be scared of them. I know people call them death cannons, but you've just got to use them right. That's the thing. People think the auto thing is a magic trick and you don't have to ever take it apart. Well, that's a load of rubbish. As you can see, the temperatures have come down. I've had the doors open and messing around a little bit, so it's dropped down from about 17.5. But that'll soon pick back up again once we get the sun out, we get the solar gain. And it's not massive swings, it's very gradually up and down, so it's not too bad, but it is pretty good. And when the sun comes out, even at 14-15 degrees outside, this is up to 20 degrees, so it's pretty good. Brushes are still in. I'll give them another couple of days. You can see the algae around the sides. Pond's about half full, so I put the water butt in. I was saying, how can I do the big water changes and keep stable temperature and do everything else that needs to be done now the filter isn't running? So we've got air stones at either end. This has just been filled up via a big blue. 210 litres of water. I've tipped a bucket of water from the Daphnia pond in there as well, so I've added some Infosora into there, and a bit of a Daphnia culture. Left the lid off so there's plenty of light going through. Obviously you see it's quite close to the roof, so that should come up to temperature. So in the evening now I've got 210 litres of dechlorinated, fresh water with a bit of Daphnia culture, with a bit of Infusora in there. So we're going to dump, this is a 2,500 litre pond when full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do daily top-ups of 210 litres straight into the pond, dilute it down, get it up to where it needs to be, so about 90% full, and then I'll start doing daily or twice every other day, 210 litres of water change. So we should be doing about a 10% water change every other day on there. And again, I'll keep adding the buckets to that from the pond, from the Daphnia pool over there, and try and keep a culture going in there as well as out there. And then we've got stage 1 fry food, etc., etc., for them to get going on. So that's the plan. We shall see what happens with that. I know Dave at Black Country Koi will probably be putting a video out at some point. He's had some good results down there. Hopefully looking forward to a catch up with those boys at some point in the not too distant future, all being well. But yeah, it's good. A bit of a competition going on, I think, now. So good luck to him. I think I might need more of the luck, though, to be honest with you, looking at what he's actually got down there. But I'll let him tell you that. So that's it. I shall probably catch you up in a week or two once these have started putting a little bit of growth on, and I can actually get some video of them. Like I say, right now it's just, yeah, you can't see anything. So certainly not on the camera anyway. So good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon.